Well, good morning, everyone, from, I would say, sunny Southern California, but it's actually overcast today. I'd like to thank you for attending this seminar on e-bike safety, how retailers are the first line of defense. I've got my coffee. I hope you've had your coffee for today. Please bear with me for a second while I share my screen to start this live presentation. So this is going to just take a second, and I hope it works. Oop, and it's not working yet. Let me try this one more time. And I'm not quite sure. Let's see, let's try it one more time. There we go. All right, e-bike safety, how retailers are the first line of defense. Once again, I'd like to welcome you to this seminar. E-bike safety is a hot topic right now in communities all over. I believe this seminar is right in line with the Expo's theme of keep the bike boom alive. Manufacturers, anyone else involved in the cycling industry or community, the media, and beyond should find this useful as well. So my name is Clint Sandusky. I'm a retired police officer from Riverside Community College District Police Department in California. And here are some of my other credentials. I was a bike cop for 23 years. I would like to highlight the fact, and you saw in all the advertisements, that I'm involved with IPMBA, which is the International Police Mountain Bike Association. I am one of the members on their e-bike task force committee. I guess they call me the e-bike guy, but I am not a board member. But we do have a board member with us that can answer any of your questions later on in the lounge, and his name is Greg Bowen. Hey, and as far as e-bikes, I commute, run errands, train, patrol, and race on e-bikes. And here's my mean machine right there. Now, as you can see, I'm not a retailer. However, I sometimes live at my best buddy's shop, not literally, and have spoken in many bike shops and beyond in preparation for this seminar. A little bit of housekeeping. This presentation will be recorded for later watching. It's going to be fast-paced and power-packed. Now, I did attach some documents on this seminar page for your benefit. So please feel free to check those out, download them, do whatever you'd like to. This seminar represents my personal thoughts and opinions. And as I kind of mentioned at the conclusion, please join me and your fellow attendees with any questions and or thoughts you have within the virtual CABDA lounge. Because you may not know this, but during this broadcast, there is a 30-second delay. So it kind of makes it a little awkward answering questions. And the fact that I'm the only one presenting, a Lone Ranger, I don't know if I can multitask at the same time. And the lounges are in real time. So why retailers are the first line of defense? Now, we all know e-bikes are exploding for exercise, transportation, work-related, training, and just fun. Young to old, skilled to unskilled, are taking advantage of this amazing technology. And I really do believe that retailers are the first, a trusted, and perhaps only influential contact a customer, especially new to bicycling, may have to e-bike safety or just bicycles in general. Owner manual wise, most of them are online. And I don't know if you're like me, but a lot of times I won't take the time to download a manual. So people aren't getting the information they need about these e-bikes online. Hey, in this car-centric society, bicyclists, for the most part, do not get the appropriate safe and legal cycling and traffic education and training they need. As more and more kids are riding e-bikes, and we're seeing this, it appears many of them are not getting initial appropriate, safe, legal, and respectful bicycling, including cycling in traffic, talks and training from their parents. And this is probably due to COVID restrictions. And because of all this, we're starting to see an increase in electric bicycle enforcement by law enforcement due to more and more growing complaints and incidents. Now, out here in Southern California, where I live, I'm seeing more and more stories of unsafe, irresponsible, disrespectful, and illegal e-bike use, including from our youth. More and more kids are riding e-bikes. And here's some of the cities that I've just noted here in Southern California. And I'm sure across the country, you're seeing these same kind of complaints. Now, here's the thing. We in the cycling industry and community, we do not want to see all the acceptance and access gains of e-bikes diminished or lost due to all these above incidents and actions. So what can you do as a retailer to help correct this problem? Now, I certainly don't want to insinuate that you as retailers are the only ones responsible for this. As an example, here's a list of all the stakeholders that can be involved in bicycle safety, e-bike safety. And see, you're right here, but we've got bicycle manufacturers, cycling education, educators, cycling organizations, school teachers, police officers, the media, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we should all be involved with bicycle safety. Now the basics, and I bet this is what you're already doing. And what a wonderful opportunity as an initial influencer and really an educator, I say. So you're probably telling your customers a simple definition of an e-bike. And I like what Morgan from People for Bikes put it. Hey, it's a bike with a boost. And I think that's really easy to understand. If you can ride or drive a conventional bike, hey, you can ride an e-bike. You're giving them the basic e-bike operations, and you're telling them the importance of wearing PPEs. And what I mean by PPEs, helmets, gloves, eyewear, stuff like that. And of course, active and passive lighting, high vis and reflective apparel, et cetera, and to read their owner's manual. And I wish I bet Simon Cowell had hoped that he had read his owner's manual. Of course, that wasn't an e-bike. So I'd like to encourage all the retailers out there and the manufacturers too, to go beyond the basics. Why? For exceptional customer service. And you're probably wondering, what's in it for me? Now, I believe for your long-term success and in keeping with the Bike Boom Alive theme, it will take all of us working together. Now, as a retailer, you're not expected to be experts in bicycle safety, including e-bike safety, but I hope this presentation gives you some of the tools to know what resources to provide to your customers and where to direct them to professional and quality cycling and traffic education and training. So what's in it for me, the benefits? I'm going to give you 4 reasons why I believe what's in it for you will help, and some bonus stuff. So number 1, credibility. Show your customers you know what you're talking about. And how can we do that? Hey, within your state, and state laws as far as e-bikes differ, but tell them what the definition of an e-bike is. And here's the basic definition that People for Bikes came up with, and that's based on federal law. They refined the definition. I also think it's important to dissuade any misconceptions about what an e-bike isn't. And of course, we know an e-bike is not a moped, it's not a motor-driven cycle, it's not a motorcycle, and it's not even a gas-powered motorcycle. And it's certainly not this. And I'm going to cover this up because what that is what People for Bikes calls an out-of-class electric vehicle. Now, this vehicle goes up to 50 miles an hour, has a 5,000 watt rear hub motor, and weighs 154 pounds. So this is not a legal e-bike, and these kind of machines will only hurt your business and the cycling industry in general. Perhaps you tell them about the Threeclass system that's pervasive across the United States. And for any manufacturers with us, and as an example, I really like what iZip e-bikes has done within their website. And they note these 3 classes of e-bikes included in their e-bike specs, and tell their customers, besides the maximum speed, they tell them what the class is. So I think that's a really cool thing. Hey, also let your customers know about the user access and equipment requirements for each class of e-bike, especially the bike they buy. Now, I think a wonderful resource, and once again, this is from People for Bikes, for each state and the District of Columbia, they have an e-bike law guide. And as an example here, this is for California. And I'll blow it up a little bit here. And as you can see, what I think is really cool is People for Bikes also includes all the actual vehicle code sections that apply for your state, so you and or your customers can check that out later on. So a cool resource to give your customers. Please tell them that e-bike tuning, not only is it illegal, unsafe, but it will void their warranty. I hope you're giving them some information about pre-ride inspections. Now, for you that are familiar with the League of American Bicyclists, the League, they came up with the ABC Quick Check, which is air, brakes, essentially the drivetrain, quick release, and go out for a bike ride, an inspection ride. But hey, for now, e-bikes, we have to include electronics, and you can see all the things as part of your pre-ride inspection you need to do now for an e-bike. Now, I'm sure we're all very good about telling our customers about the benefits of using an e-bike, and here are some of them right now. And I'll let you read that for a second while I'm grabbing a drink of water. Some other benefits you may not have known about are they remove the two barriers. The two barriers. Now, what do I mean by the two barriers? Now, these are common bicyclists or people wanting to ride bike excuses. Hey, it's too far, it's too long, it's too hard, it's too hilly. So, hey, and e-bikes, they remove those barriers. And e-bikes can carry more cargo than kids. What a beautiful thing. Now, we're all good at telling our customers about the benefits of e-bikes, but I think it's our responsibility to also let them know about some of the challenges or disadvantages, because these e-bikes are faster, they're heavier, and at times they're less nimble than their conventional counterparts. Hey, certain skills can be more awkward and or challenging. As an example, mounts and dismounts. And we're finding more and more studies coming out that especially older people, probably less skilled and with less balance, are getting hurt during dismounts. And you can simply, tell your customers some simple ways to help avoid that. When you come to a stop, keep that front brake on, put both feet down on the ground, turn off that motor before you dismount, and that will make it a lot safer for them. Starting and stopping, lurching and or motor overrun can occur. Slow speed maneuvering, once again lurching, and lofting the front tire over various objects can be a little bit more challenging. Hey, carrying an e-bike up a long flight of stairs, so go find that ADA ramp or a nice elevator. And for beginners, manipulating all the different modes may be a little bit distracting at first. And here's a big one. Motorists may not recognize you're riding a faster e-bike. You may be on a commuter e-bike, sitting more upright and maybe in just street clothes, and they may not equate that with fast cycling as somebody in a cycling kit on a road bike and down in the drops. So that's a big one. Hey, and technology can fail. So always have a plan B, so you don't have to pedal home on that heavy bike with no assistance. I hope you tell your customers about some key etiquette issues. And this is one of the things we're seeing out there in our communities. Hey, ride your bike safely and legally, both on and off road. Ride respectfully, cooperatively, and don't flaunt your power, especially to other cyclists. And what do I mean, don't flaunt your power? So as an example, you're out on a mixed group ride. You've got some people on e-bikes and some people on conventional bikes. You come to this long, steep hill, and the person on an e-bike decides to put it in turbo mode and hammer it up the hill and blow everybody away as they're struggling up the hill. When everybody else gets up to the top, the e-bikes rider says, "Hey, what took you so long?" So that's not good. That just pisses people off. Also, people riding e-bikes especially must use extra caution and prudence, especially on sidewalks and also shared use paths, but especially sidewalks. And why do I say pedestrian behavior a must? Now, pedestrian behavior simply means, hey, you got to slow down and ride your e-bike at the speed of pedestrians, because we're getting a lot of complaints out there from pedestrians getting buzzed, ran into, etc. And maybe someday we'll see out on the trails, share the trail with this sign. And really, the bottom line, and I came up with this and I stole it from Spider-Man. I apologize. With great speed, I really believe this, with great speed comes great responsibility. Now, moving on to what's in it for me. If you're transparent about the bikes you sell, people will trust you with their purchase, whether now or in the future, and that equals customer confidence. Also, customer care, showing you care about your customers' well-being goes a long way. And you want them to return safe, healthy, and happy. Show them you care for their safety out there riding by, as an example, and this is on Trek's website. They also have a video that goes along with this under their Quick Start Electric Bikes Guide. I really like this. The 5 things you need to know about riding your new e-bike. Start slow, brake sooner. A faster bike gets stronger brakes. Most e-bikes now come with hydraulic brakes. You're going faster than you look. I already mentioned that, and all bike rules apply. But let's go beyond that. So provide for your customers resources and organizations that can help them drive, and I really do mean drive, their new e-bikes in a safe, legal, cooperative, and fun way, both on and off road. Because as a cycling instructor friend told me, and this may be a little harsh, but alive cyclists make for better customers. So this right here is the organization Cycling Savvy, and they have in-person, not really right now, but a lot of online courses, and all their online courses are half off. And what a wonderful resource. And at the end, you get a certificate after you pass a pretty simple test. So check them out at cyclingsavvy.org. Also, the League of American Bicyclists, which I know is part of this expo. They've got their they've got their smart cycling courses, and they've been doing some online stuff as well. So with either of these cycling programs, I want to encourage all you bike shop owners, managers, employees to seek out and take one of these courses, really for a more educated and encouraging recommendation to all your customers. Bottom line, we want all our customers to enjoy and have a safe, legal, and less stressful cycling experience, and not to end up hurt or worse. So they do return to your shops. Also, this is a fantastic resource that you can make available in your bicycle shops from John Allen. Now, for 20 years, he's been writing this booklet called Bicycling Street Smarts. And his latest edition came out in 2019 called, it's the Cycling Savvy edition. And as an example, a pack of 25 is $100. That's $4 a booklet. Case of 165 is $336 or $2 a booklet. So, hey, what a wonderful resource to stock in your shop, and you either as a courtesy, give them a free copy, or for a very reduced price. This is an excellent, excellent book. I can't say more about that. Now, be prepared and ready to answer these and other questions from your customers. They may ask you when they buy their new e-bike or thinking about buying it, hey, is there any financial responsibility involved? Do I have to have a driver's license, registration, etc.? Well, for bikes, model electric bike law, and at least in 28 states right now, they don't. So that's the beauty of an e-bike versus a moped or something like that. And stress that an electric bicycle is not a motor vehicle. And here are the states currently that have adopted People for Bikes Threeclass system and general rules. And that's as of this month, currently 28 states. Now, you may have some people that come into your shop that say, hey, I want to ride an e-bike with my local league bicycling club. Well, let them know that per the league's general liability insurance, the league will only cover Class 1 and Class 3 pedal assist only e-bikes. So they will not cover Class 2 throttle assist e-bikes. And here's an example here in California, the Santa Rosa Cycling Club, and they actually created an electric bike policy also based on the league's insurance guidelines. Customer loyalty, that's a big thing. So as your customers' experience with their purchase proves accurate, people return to do business with you. Now, things we can all, within the cycling community and industry, we can benefit from. And this is bicycle safety in a layered approach. Now, you can see this illustration. The largest box is actually bike controlled, learning how to control your bike and operate your bike. And the studies have shown that the majority of bicycle crashes are solo bike crashes. So controlling your bike is a big one. And then you see the boxes get smaller from rule compliance, following the rules of the road, lane position, where you position yourself in the lane, hazard avoidance, knowing how to avoid hazards. And then the last one, and don't get me wrong, is injury reduction, which is more of a passive safety, wearing your bicycle helmet, gloves, etc., which is important because I've crashed a number of times and that helmet has saved my bacon. But once again, we're talking bicycle safety, and this is a total approach. Now, if you go to floridabicycle.org, you can see this 5 layers of bicycling safety in a much more comprehensive way. I'm going to talk a little bit about cycling and traffic, especially for e-bikes, and I want to expand upon the previous. Now, on these e-bikes especially, we need to understand the traffic environment, from sight lines, door zones, blind spots, etc. Hey, with more speed, I say, comes the need for greater skill level and understanding of your bicycle. Need to know about the hazards and conflicts associated with higher speed riding. And maneuvering is a little more challenging. And the dynamics of lane control and practicing driver behavior. And like I said before, driver behavior is driving your bicycle like you would a car. And as far as lane control will reduce and or eliminate the 5 common motorist-caused bike crashes, as illustrated here. So you can see the side swipe. Dooring can be totally eliminated by controlling that lane. The right hook, and we see a lot of cyclists getting hurt or killed by right hook crashes. Left cross and the drive out. And you can see below, the best strategy for bicyclists is lane control. And we are seeing more and more signs out there that say bicyclists may use the full lane. Now, a wonderful video out there from cyclingsavvy.org, and you can find that on their website, is understanding cyclists' position on a roadway. Now, they made this for our friends in law enforcement, but it's really available and useful for anybody out there. Now, for us in California, they also came up with a video on understanding California Vehicle Code Section 21202, which addresses the far to right and how you can legally move out from the edge of the roadway. Now, for you in the industry, please don't get me wrong, as I'm talking a lot about education, that the other 3 major components to traffic safety or bicycle safety, of course, is engineering, enforcement, and of course, there's other E's as well. And hey, I'll be the first to say that good bicycle infrastructure is good and bad infrastructure is bad. So available resources out there, and I pulled this from IPMBA's website, and feel free to go to their website at ipmba.org. There's a lot of e-bike resources out there for you and your customers. Here's the first page, and here's the second page. And one last thing, and little shameful plug here, but I am available to present these presentations to bike clubs, the cycling industry, law enforcement, and beyond, either online or in person. So the first one is using an e-bike individually or in a group, and I have done that for 2 Southern California League bicycling clubs right now. Also, e-bike, what the heck is that for law enforcement? And I can tell you, even here in California, in our e-bike laws, the first in the nation, have been in effect for 5 years, and there's still a number of people in law enforcement that still don't know about the bicycle laws. So, as a reminder, please join me now in the CABDA question and answer lounge. And I would like, and also down below is my email address if you want to, after this seminar and expo, email me any questions you have. So I would like to say thank you, take care, and this ends my seminar. See you in the lounge. Thank you.